Hello, I'm Julie Bray, Acting Director of the Language Centre, and in this short presentation I'm going to tell you about some of the courses we offer over the summer. So I'm going to start by giving you an overview. What are the entrance requirements? How do I apply? What about my visa? Where will I stay? And at the end of the presentation, how do I pass the course and what is the course like? So what kind of courses do we offer? We offer 12 and 6-week options for our summer school, and we also offer pre-LLM courses which are designed for law students, and again there's a 12 or 6-week option. How long you study depends on your current IELTS or TOEFL score. So let's look at our entrance requirements. For the 6-week option, you need an IELTS score which is 0.5 of a band below the minimum entry requirement. So, if on your offer letter it states you need an IELTS 6.5 and a 6 in writing, then you should hold a certificate of overall score 6 and writing 6 or 5.5. For the 12-week option, you should hold a certificate which is 1 point below the minimum entry requirement. So, if on your offer letter it states you need an IELTS 6.5 and 6 in writing, your score should be overall 5.5, writing 5. For TOEFL, there are lots of different versions of the TOEFL test, so please see our website for more precise information. What about application procedure? Complete the application form on our website. Before doing that, please check that you meet our English language requirements. Remember, you need to check your overall score and your writing score. You should pay a deposit and send proof. You can pay the deposit via the online store on the university website or by bank transfer. If you're a sponsored student, just send a copy of your sponsorship letter. In addition, send a photocopy of your photo page of your passport, and also include copies of your offer letter from a university and language certificate. You can post your application or you can email it. We accept either. So, how late can you apply? The closing date for applications is 1 month before the course starts. However, we recommend that you apply as early as possible. This is to ensure that you have sufficient time to complete the visa application process. The summer can be quite a busy time for visa applications, and so you need to give yourself as much time as possible to go through that process. What about your visa? So, once we've checked your application, we will email a confirmation letter, and this letter will contain your CAS number, which is needed for your visa application. This is all you require from us for your visa application. We send you a letter, but this is for your own information. It's not necessary for the visa process. What about accommodation? We also send you an application form for temporary accommodation in student halls of residence. Students' halls of residence typically are shared flats, but you will have your own private study bedroom, but you will probably have to share bathroom or kitchen facilities. And the cost is around about £80 a week. You can stay for just a few nights or for most of a course. So if you're thinking about trying to find a private rented flat, this is a good way to find temporary accommodation. So what happens if you pass the course? how do you get onto your academic course? The Language Centre informs registry that you've passed the course, and your language condition is then removed. If you have fulfilled all other requirements on your offer letter, so if you have fulfilled academic conditions, if you've completed financial guarantee form, if you've completed the letter of acceptance, you will be given a new CAS number which will enable you to renew your visa. And this is all you need to do in order to progress onto your course. Okay, so having talked about some of the admin issues, let's talk about the course. What does the course focus on? Well, it looks at the 4 academic skills: reading, writing, listening and speaking. It also looks at some very specific skills that you need to study successfully at the university. So things like using source materials, putting things in your own words, summarizing other people's ideas. The pre-LLM course has a lot of common content to the summer school, but it has a legal specific part of the course. And in this part of the course, we look at sources of law, how you interpret the law, how legal argument is constructed, as well as looking at aspects of company law and contract law. Why study this course? Well, it develops your academic skills and language. It helps you gain a better understanding of academic expectations. So we hope by the end of the course you'll have a clearer idea of what it's like to study at a higher level in a university in Scotland. We hope also that by the end of the course you'll feel more confident about communicating in English. And finally, it's a good opportunity to familiarise yourself with a university, find out where things are, understand what services are available, as well as an opportunity to discover Aberdeen, the city. So in this presentation, I hope that I've answered a lot of your questions, but if you still do have more questions, please do contact us. You can see our contact details here, and I hope that we get the opportunity to welcome some of you over the summer to the Language Centre and the University of Aberdeen.